Hey, good evening, gang. Anthony Fontana here, live after 5, wearing my favorite sweatshirt. It's so cold out right now that this has been just one of those days where I hated venturing out, as I had to today on a couple of meetings. So just wanted to touch base with everybody. Some interesting points of view today, some interesting things that happen. Let's talk a little bit about belief. When I look outside, I see the birds, eating the food that MJ throws out and the bird feeders that we have out there. I look at them and think they just know that there's food available for them. They don't live their little lives based on what might happen, what could happen. They don't believe they're going to find food. They simply know, and they find it. So when we talk about belief, and belief is very important, to get to the point where you know you can do something, where you know you've accomplished something in your mind. You have to go through the stages of belief to get strong. You have to strengthen the belief muscle to get to the knowing muscle. So let me explain that. What is belief exactly? Here's a great example of it. A candle, when you walk into a dark room, the candle literally dissipates all the darkness. The room is no longer dark. No matter how small the candle is, the room is light. You can't see darkness. It's an absence of light. So when light is introduced into a situation, it basically shines itself in all corners of that room. As a result, the room is no longer dark. It's a lit room. Maybe not so bright, but it's a lit room. That's what belief is. It's when a powerful belief hits you in the mind, it can clear all doubt. It can clear all despair. It can clear all negativity out just like that. It absolutely does. It does it all the time. It happened to me last night where I was like believing something was not going to go the right way for a couple of seconds. And then I changed my mindset and boom, it fixed itself. And here I was doing what I needed to do and feeling better about the situation. It was a very small event. Just it took a few seconds, but that's the power of belief when it enters the mind. It clears out all the cobwebs, all the negativity. But it's a personal choice that you have to make to decide whether or not you're going to dwell in negativity, dwell in fear, dwell in the ghosts from your past and the negativity from your past and the imagery from your past, or you're going to change your mindset to simply believe. Because to get to knowing, you've got to believe that you can accomplish something. Now, there is a difference between belief and a difference between belief and knowing. Knowing is, as I said it the other day, if you leap out of an airplane without a parachute, you know you're going to hit the ground, period. And you know you're probably going to die. There's really not too many options there. And if you're at 5,000 or 10,000 feet, you are going to die. You just know it. Belief is you jump out of the same plane and there's somebody holding on to you, or there's another skydiver that said they're going to catch you on the way down and you're going to be safe. So that's the difference. You have faith and belief in that he'll do what he needs to do and you'll be fine. That's fantastic. You have to go through that process, because if you completely have no clue, no belief at all, you're never going to jump out of the plane. You're never going to take that step. So when you believe that you're going to have something done the right way, you're more than willing to take action. But knowing is a different mindset. Knowing is, it's taken me years to get to the point where I simply know that when I set out to do something, it's going to happen. An opportunity presented itself earlier today, actually last night. And somebody looking at my profile, LinkedIn or whatever, said, you'd be an amazing fit for a project that we're looking to put together. It would be fairly short term, but incredibly lucrative. We think you fit the bill. Now, everyone gets these kinds of messages from people, and the majority of people just shrug it off and say, that's not me, I can't do it. So I had that conversation earlier today with this individual, and I elected to make the phone call. So when I went through that entire conversation, I got off the phone knowing that if I wanted to take on this project, that I'd be able to do it. Extremely complex, very detailed. It would be added. It would be a part-time thing, evenings, weekends, something that I would do. And I would basically be creating a tremendous, tremendous flood of positivity in my life. But I know that I can do it. That's the difference. Like if you see a job advertisement back in the day, an experiment was run where a $25,000 position, this is in the 1980s, right? So a $25,000 position was listed in a newspaper, and the same equivalent, the same position, the same ad was listed for $50,000. and 75% more people applied to the $25,000 spot than the exact same ad that was a $50,000 job. This is back when advertisements had salaries and all that crazy stuff. There was no internet. The amazing fact is only 25% of the people reading the $50,000 ad said, I could do that. But the same ad was running for $25,000, and 75% of the people didn't even think the $50,000 ad applied to them. Their mind was closed to the vision that they could make $50,000 versus $25,000. So the mindset or the lack of positivity there was, I'm only worth $25,000. Well, you're worth $1 million. You're priceless. You have unlimited value if you know that you have unlimited value. Like, you can't put a value on you as a human being. How much would you pay for an eye, or an actual eye? How much would you pay for, to replace an arm with a new arm? Or what's your brain worth? I mean, the equivalent of, billions and billions of dollars is what a brain would be worth to someone that could afford to buy a brain. You can go to a store and buy a brain. It's amazing how valuable you are. And some of you guys, I'm afraid to say, some of you guys don't believe you can do anything better than what you have going on right now. And it makes me crazy because you don't even have the belief that you can move forward, let alone know that you will move forward. You got to get to the very strong belief system, a very strong belief in yourself before you can know that when something comes your way, boom, you can do that. No questions about it. So when I talked to MJ about it earlier today, the first thing she said, frankly, was, wow, that's like quite like crazy stuff. You think you can do that? I said, no, I don't think I can do it. I know I can do it if I decide to do it. So I've given them the go to submit paperwork to me and documentation. And I want to have another meeting. Have a physical meeting and see, is it really something that, we can do together, me and this team? So if it works, it's great. Fantastic. But I knew, and I know that it's presented to me and I can do it. So that mindset is something that I want every one of you to have. Hi, Laura, what are you doing? You're driving a car through like God's country right now. What are you doing on here? How are you doing, sweetheart? What's going on? Your videos are cool. I love it. We're watching you drive to Florida from California. I think I get a kick out of that. Just be safe and give us a call anytime you want. Hey, Freddie, what's going on, my man? What's doing? Andre, my man Andre is here. Ricardo, you're getting an email from me. Tax season's here. So understand that you have a personal choice to shine light or dwell in the dark corners of your heart and mind. And if you're still focused on what you can't do, you got to shake that crap off, dust yourself off, and know that you can do anything you want to do. And here's what's going to happen. When you simply know, first, if you have the belief is usually good enough to have things attract you. But if you know that you can do something, if you have it in your mind that there is nothing that can stop you from moving forward in life, you're just not going to believe the amount of things that come your way, the people that are going to come into your life, the serendipities, the so-called coincidences that are going to just show up, and they're going to say, here I am. You've been thinking about me. You can do this with me. Here you go. And it's that point that you get to decide yay or nay. Isn't that cool to have that ability to make that decision? No one else can tell you whether you can do something or not. And you get to decide if you want to be a participant in whatever it is that's going on in your world that you want to jump on top of. So I love that idea. I think that's a great way to be free of mind, not concerned about what other people think, simply knowing that, gosh darn it, anything that comes across my table is supposed to be in front of me, and it's been given to me because I can do it. You will do it. We love you guys. Have a great night. Hey, Sal, what's going on? Brooklyn's in the house. I'm going to say goodnight, guys. Wrap it up. I've been on the phone all gosh darn day. So love you guys, and we'll talk to you tomorrow night. Be there or be square. Have fun tonight.